Okay, acoustic restringing. Start down at the bridge after you have all the strings off. So you want to have the open part of the peg facing towards the neck of the guitar. Stick the ball into the hole. Put it back down. Pull the string up firmly. Push in, pull up. So everything's in there. Put that off to the side. And we'll move on to the neck. Alright, I like to start with all my tuning machines. The head's going straight up, and I have the hole in the peg all at this angle. There, there, and the opposite on the other side. This is especially handy if you're using a string winder. Okay, so starting with the low E string, slide through the hole, pulling tight from the saddle. I pull up to about the 6th fret. Then I leave about a nut's worth of width. So this should give me about 2 wraps around the capstan. So once you have that, grab this end and this end and pull them in the opposite direction. That should lock your string and keep it from slipping while you're tuning up. Now, grabbing the string like this, I'll place my finger down really firmly, pulling up with my hand and pushing down right here, and begin to wind as soon as I find my string winder. Okay. Can't find my string winder. So you want to make sure that the wraps go underneath. Once you get it completely around, you can slide your hand back past the nut and continue winding. Now while you're doing this, you want to watch the bridge pins because they might start to come up. If they do, just put them back down. Stop with the machine head going straight up. Alright, A string through the hole, string tied up to about the 6th fret. And then basically just pull it until it's hitting this machine. And pull it over in front. Pull strings in the opposite direction. So you create this little Z, keeps it from slipping. Holding the strings up, push down with your finger, and begin winding. Time completely around, slide back. And D-string. And basically pull it until it's touching the tuning machines, holding it tight. Lock them. Hold it down on the head to make sure that you're going to go underneath, that the wraps all go underneath. And time completely around, slide back. Okay. Now, by doing that, you will see, as soon as it focuses, the wraps are nice and tight. I have about 2 to 3 wraps on each capstan, and no string slippage. Okay. Now we'll move on to the annoying side. Focus. I always like to start with the lowest tuning machine, so I'm going to go with the high E. These can be a little tricky. Okay, so I'm pulling it tight, holding it about the 3rd fret. I'm touching the string is got some slack, it's touching the outside of the nut. So then pull it tight and lock it. Hold your finger down as close to the capstan as possible. Start wrapping, making sure that the wraps all go underneath. Once you have it one time completely around, slide back to the nut. And what I like to do on the unwound strings is pull the string up with my fingernail as I'm wrapping to make sure that all the winds are nice and tight. Ideally, you want 2 wraps on wound strings, 3 wraps on unwound strings. Onto the B string. Same thing as with the other side, as you're holding tight at about the 4.5 fret, I'd say. You want it to be right on the outside of those tuning machines. Lock them. Have them bent. I'm pulling extremely tight straight up with this part of my hand. I'm pushing firmly down on the headstock with this finger. The string's not slipping at all. Start to wrap it. One time completely around to make sure that each wrap is underneath the one before it. Drop back into the nut. much easier when you have 6 on a side instead of 3 and 3s. And always push down your bridge pins, make sure they're all down and nice and secure. Through the hole, holding tight at about the 4th fret, pull the slack until they're right outside of the cap stands. Lock it, hold it up. And turn completely around. Drop back to the nut. Alright, strings are strung, ready for tuning, and then clipping the excess off the headstock. Focus. Focus. Come on, focus. Nice tight wraps. Got a little bit more than 3 on that one. Everything's nice and tight. Everything looks nice and clean. Alright, hope that helps. Bridge pins are all nice and flush. Tension, but not in tune, obviously. And just tune up. And trim the excess off the headstock. That's it.